and welcome to this virtual edition of the RTDNA Canada 2023 Regional Awards. Today we are celebrating the hard work of all of our colleagues in newsrooms across the prairies. I'm Dallas Flexhog, anchor of Global News Morning at Global Calgary. An RTDNA Canada Award recognizes the achievements of the entire newsroom. RTDNA Canada has been honoring the best in broadcast and digital journalism for over 50 years. The first award is RTDNA Canada's Lifetime Achievement Award. This award is one of the highest honors bestowed by the association and is presented to individuals who have distinguished themselves through outstanding service and continued excellence during the course of their career in journalism or news management. Nominees should have a minimum 20 years of distinguished service to the industry. It gives us great pleasure to present the first Prairie's Lifetime Achievement Award to Nelson Bird. With nearly 25 years of experience, Nelson is a trailblazer, credited with paving the way for Indigenous journalists in Saskatchewan and across the country.
Greetings, everyone. When I was asked to say a few words about receiving the RTDNA Canada Lifetime Achievement Award, I thought, where should I do that? Could I do it in the studio with a teleprompter maybe? Or maybe in the newsroom at my desk? But then I thought about it and I thought, what makes the most sense to me? And it's here in the Qu'Appelle Valley on Treaty 4 territory that I feel very much at ease. I was born about 15 kilometers up the hill over there in a town called Belcaris and raised on Pepicus's Cree Nation further down. About 30 years ago, I started my career in journalism at the University of Regina. I love storytelling. I love listening to people's stories and sharing them with other people. It wasn't about me, it was about the people that I was able to interview, and it became my passion in life, that when I look back at it now, it's been quite an adventure. But none of this success would be possible without certain people. First of all, my parents, my mom and dad, Charlie and Rita, whose work ethic, sense of humor, and wisdom carried me through to where I am today. My wife, Judy, who has been the wind beneath my wings. She encourages me and has from the start, every step of the way, through the ups and the downs. My crew. I have a great crew. I had a great crew working with me on CTV News and Indigenous Circle. They include Norm Shuttleworth, Carl Worth, Gord Barnett, Chris Najikoti, and Garrett Dillstone, who's on the camera right now today as I speak to you. I've been blessed to work with so many wonderful people over the years, co-workers, people in operations, people behind the scenes who help me be the best I can. So I say thank you to all, each and every one of you. And once again, thank you to RTDNA Canada.
The next Prairie's Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Kevin Green. Kevin has worked in the industry for over 40 years and has covered everything from natural disasters to royal tours, all while mentoring young journalists along the way.
For over 40 years, Kevin Green has been a veteran voice at CTV Calgary. With a keen eye and knack for storytelling, he's covered everything from overseas conflicts.
The United Nations doesn't want these people here.
To the Red Mine.
A lot of people down here think that the police presence is a little excessive.
The 2013 flood.
Now here's an interesting story. The evacuation centers had to be evacuated.
And the Freedom Convoy border blockade.
These protesters have supplies and stocks to last them for several weeks.
Quick with quips.
Everything, including the kitchen sink, gets dumped out here in the ditches.
And skilled with a camera, Kevin takes his craft and commitment to reporting seriously. He's a decorated video journalist and a valued mentor in both the newsroom and the classroom. Congratulations, Kevin Green, a truly deserving recipient of the RTDNA Lifetime Achievement Award.
Never did I ever think I'd be making a video like this. I mean, the reality is here in Calgary, my hat is more well known than I am.
So it kind of caught me off guard, but I just want to say thanks to everybody I've worked with along the way. My teachers back in SAIT in the 1980s, including Daryl Jans, who I worked with for 42 years and kept learning from him all the way along. And all of the people I work with today, both at our station and the people I compete with, I learn from them every day too. And I can't not say thank you to Bob and to the people at the RTDNA who made this somewhat, perhaps odd decision. I'm really blown away. I'm taken aback. Thanks very much. It's quite an honor.
Up next, we would like to congratulate Adrian Raber. Adrian has spent the last 35 years of his television career at Global Regina. Not only is he a skilled photographer, but he has truly left his mark on our industry, training and developing countless photographers and video journalists who now work across the country.
Well, I just want to thank you very much for this award. It was quite unexpected and greatly appreciated. I love the industry that I'm involved in, and I've started in 1981 at CKBI Television in Prince Albert. I moved to ITV Edmonton, which became Global Edmonton later. I moved to CKND Winnipeg, which became Global Winnipeg later. Then I moved to STV Regina, which became Global Regina later, and I've been there for the last basically 36 years and still enjoying what I'm doing, and I love telling stories through the camera lens, and I really enjoy working with the people in this industry. It's just a great group of people, and thank you very much for this award.
Dory Rossiter is our next Lifetime Achievement Award winner. In her 30-plus year career as CTV Lethbridge's weather anchor, Dory has had an immeasurable impact on the community, with her incredible list of achievements going far beyond the newsroom.
Well, to say I was surprised to receive this award is a huge understatement. I am so honored and so surprised to get this, extremely pleased. But you don't do something like this or receive an award like this because of the work you do solely by yourself. You have a team of people that help you do what you do, and I can certainly say that about the team at CTV Lethbridge. And I also want to thank the team at CTV Calgary. There are so many people that have just allowed me to do my work and really helped me be the best that I could be. So without you, I wouldn't be receiving this award. So again, thank you so much to all of you.
It is my great pleasure to announce the next award to my colleague, Gil Tucker. For more than 40 years, Gil has worked at Global Calgary, sharing his gift for storytelling. Often focused on real people stories, Gil considers it a privilege to meet so many interesting and inspiring people who help shape our community.
Well, thank you very much for the award. Thank you to anybody who was involved in choosing me for the award, so that's great. Thanks a lot. And I want to thank, I guess, a few people. Thanks, of course, to the station for giving me the opportunity. Thanks to the editors for helping shape the stories. Thanks a lot to the photographers. Without them along, getting all the great sound and video that we use for all the stories, nothing like this would happen, of course. We wouldn't get the stories. Thanks especially, I think, to the people we talk with in the stories. They share things going on in their lives and help us tell what they're up to, and that really makes a difference. So again, thanks to everybody.
And finally, we would like to honor Janice Johnston, who died in January of this year after a battle with cancer. For the majority of her career, Janice covered crime and justice. Her coverage is responsible for affecting change in the justice system. Throughout her career, Janice was a mentor and source of inspiration for countless journalists.
Janice Johnson was the kind of reporter who lived and breathed the news. She started working here in Edmonton in radio in the 1980s, then moved over to television at CTV, CFRN, and then came to CBC in the early 2000s. If you've worked in media in Edmonton, you know Janice Johnson. And that's not just because she covered some of the most major stories that came out of Edmonton, because she did. but it's because she always took time to mentor and coach young journalists. If you showed up at the courthouse and you didn't know what you were doing, Janice Johnson would give you a helping hand. It didn't matter which media organization you worked for. It's for this legacy that we nominated Janice this year for a Lifetime Achievement Award after she passed away earlier this year. It's this legacy that she leaves behind. And I'm so pleased that the RTDNA saw fit to recognize Janice's contribution to the media landscape here in Edmonton over the last several decades. Thank you.
The prosecutor has told the judge the key issue in this trial will be identification of the accused.
For more than 3 decades, Janice Johnson reported on courts and crime.
Janice Johnson, CBC News, Edmonton.
Johnson was well known for holding officials to account and for her tenacious reporting.
He is now being investigated for insubordination, breach of trust, and discreditable conduct.
Born in 1960, Johnson started her career at an Ontario radio station.
A lawyer for the bike gangs calls...
Before moving west, where she reported at CTV Edmonton for more than a decade.
Mr. Cates, good morning.
Johnson joined CBC News in 2002. A dogged reporter, she covered some of the province's biggest stories, like Omar Khadr, Travis Fader, and Brad Cooper.
She had that great sense to be able to sort of capture the story objectively. And what really struck me about her was her compassion.
Alberta's Chief Justice Mary Moreau says in a statement, Albertans have lost a valuable and trusted voice on justice and the courts. That trust was well earned. Janice Johnson was deeply knowledgeable, thoughtful, and thorough. She was the winner of multiple journalism awards.
Janice was a phenomenal colleague, and a fantastic reporter we all could learn from. Meticulous with all of her contacts, with her stories. If Janice told you something was so, it was so.
It's remarkable to me how many colleagues from newsrooms across Edmonton reached out to me in the days and weeks after Janice's passing to share how she had such an impact on them. Countless reporters and producers all reminisced how Janice would let them know what's what with what's going on in the particular case or court coverage in general. And at the end of the day, with all that care and mentoring, she still beat the pants off them. I have no doubt that in the coming years, you will see award winners across several platforms, all somehow connected to the Janice Johnson mentoring tree. I've seen it firsthand from my career as being the second best reporter in my own home. Thank you, and congratulations to the other award winners this evening.
Now, we would like to highlight some of the RTDNA Canada 2023 awards for the best in audio, digital, and video journalism in the Prairie region. The first entry we would like to highlight is the award for TV newscast in a small or medium market. There are 3 finalists, and the nominees are Global Saskatchewan, Miles Sanderson captured. CTV News Saskatchewan, James Smith Cree, Nation suspect caught. And CBC North, Reconciliation Day. The award goes to CBC North.
Chukatnithan.
You want cold water?
Chukatnithan. You want cold water. In that phrase, in all of Percy's words, there's a roadmap for Han. Georgette and her team use his words to create a structure for Han, sometimes getting help from linguists outside the community. And through Percy, they discover verb structure and vocabulary.
The next award we would like to announce is for Large Market Radio Newscast. There are 2 nominees. The first, 680 CJOB and Global Winnipeg, live at 5, The Pope's Apology. And CBC Manitoba, August 26th newscast. The award goes to CJOB and Global Winnipeg. Congratulations.
Global News at 5. I'm Richard Kluche.
And I'm Julie Buckingham.
I didn't think he would say, I am sorry.
The apology.
I didn't think I would hear him say how he felt shame for and guilt for what the church did to our people.
We have full Global News team coverage.
Words that
First Nations, Inuit, and Métis have been longing to hear for decades.
Next steps.
We still don't know the full story.
And the help for survivors.
A little bit of comfort.
There are 2 finalists for Breaking News Video, Small Media Market. Global Saskatchewan, James Smith Cree Nation suspect caught. And CTV News Regina, stabbing suspect arrested. The winner is CTV Regina, stabbing suspect arrested. Congratulations.
We begin with breaking news. The subject of a days-long Saskatchewan manhunt connected with a string of violence in and around the James Smith Cree Nation on Sunday has been arrested. Stephanie Davis has the latest.
Miles Sanderson has been found and is now in police custody. RCMP say he was arrested near Rosthern at approximately 3:30 on Wednesday afternoon. Sanderson was wanted in connection with multiple homicides which happened on Sunday on the James Smith Cree Nation and in Weldon.
And finally, the last award we would like to announce is Multi-Platform Continuing Coverage. The nominees are CBC Edmonton, Climate Change on the Prairies; CBC Calgary, a community-driven deep dive on transit safety in Calgary; CBC Manitoba, family found frozen to death near Manitoba-U.S. border; and CBC Saskatoon, legacy of abuse. This year's winner for continuing coverage is CBC Calgary, a community-driven deep dive on transit safety in Calgary. Congratulations.
Do you guys want me to call 911? It's okay. Let's pull him more out. Let's put the line on his back. There we go. Come on.
A drug overdose. Reversed this time, but drugs on transit plus crime and fights make it feel unsafe. And riders said no one was listening, so we did. Hundreds of people texted us to share their experience and solutions. We dug in and it moved the needle and they felt heard. Check it out at cbc.ca/transit.
And congratulations to all of these winners. This is just a handful of the 2023 Prairie Region Awards. For a full list of this year's winners, please go to the website rtdnacanada.com. Prairie Region winners will now compete with winners from East, Central, and West regions for the Best Canadian Local News Awards. Those will be announced at the 2023 National Awards Gala on Saturday, October 21st at the Sheridan Centre Hotel in Toronto. We want to thank the judges who so generously gave their time and experience, and to all of the newsrooms who entered this year's competition. Please keep RTDNA Canada Awards in mind whenever you do something you feel is deserving of recognition. Once again, congratulations to all of the winners. Thank you, everyone.